Who is MetaMama and why you call yourself MetaMama?
It's a bit personal, but I think for you I can say
I have to confess, every time I saw my kids with iPad, I got stressed.
we are all in gadgets, and we say to the kids, no, you cannot use it. How does that
And
work?
then, who is a MetaKid for you?
That's the best example of the MetaKid that you can only imagine.
Ruslana Science!
DNA is a nucleic acid, which is a type of biomolecule.
How do you motivate them to become creators? Hi guys, welcome to my new episode Brands Through Stories. Today my guest is an incredible woman with a big, kind heart. Her purpose is to help kids to transform from being consumers of things and information to become true creators in offline, in our real world, as well as in the online world. Please welcome MetaMama Aygul Kuptsova. Hi.
Thank you. That's a nice introduction.
It's true, MetaMama.
It's so true, but when you hear from someone saying it, it's like, oh my God, is that me? Really?
It is you.
It's me.
Welcome.
That's
Thank
true.
you so much for finding time. We've been trying to organize it for half a year, I think.
I think even more, maybe. Yeah.
Even more, yes. So thank you so much for finding time at this late hour. I want to start with this first thing. Who is MetaMama and why you call yourself MetaMama?
So MetaMama is a person as any mom, and that's a bit personal, but I think for you I can say I'm not able to have my own kids, so my love at the mother I'm expressing on the kids that I have around me. So as any parent, I would like the kids to be successful, to find their best place, to find the best work for them, which will be beneficial, wealthy, successful, and they will be happy in that role. So that's why as any parent I give a lot of love to the kids, and we meet up in the digital world. So we meet up in the Metaverse. So that's why I'm like Meta and Mama.
Oh, this is so beautiful. This is really, I must confess, before I met you, I was always worried about the digital space. But now I know the kids are in safe hands with a mother like you. I can be mother. I'm mother here and you're a mother there.
Yeah, exactly.
This is great.
That's the whole idea.
So you took a metaverse, which I'm sure our audience knows what metaverse is, and you became a mother there. Is that how it is?
So we use the Metaverse as a platform for our meetups, for our educational programs, because we are all slowly moving to the Metaverse, virtual reality, all the digital worlds that we will be living very soon, because the Apple already issued the glasses saying guys, we are going there already. So they need to know how to, find their own ways, what specialists are required, what kind of skills, soft skills they need to be there successful. So that's why it's is our meetup place where slowly I'm going and explaining to them the ways where they can go through.
So it's the kids, it's it's an open club, it's called, correct?
It's Open MetaKids Club.
Not Open MetaKids Club.
Yeah.
I know you've started, when I met you several years ago, I think you had an art club before. That was completely an offline thing, right? And now is it completely transferred to Metaverse, or it's in both lives or both spaces?
I support the balance in everything. So if we are online, so we should have the same offline. But all my experience previous 20 years I'm with the kids. So all my experience showed me that online things should have been transformed already since couple of years, because I tried this Zoom meetings, and we all know how it worked with the kids when they were on the lockdown with this school on the Zoom. So they were not attentive. They hide the camera, sleep. Meanwhile, they are studying. So there should be already some alternatives for the kids where they can learn something new. And I can say by my experience, they learned 90% of what I say to them. So this metaverse is the thing that I use as a platform, as an instrument, I would say, for kids to learn better, to consume more information than usually they do on the Zoom or any other platforms.
What is the difference in terms of the learning process, not the learning process, in terms of the understanding and comprehending information, offline or online? So when you did the same art classes, I think, right? When you did it offline and now you've turned it to the whole universe or metaverse online, do you think they started comprehending it better or it's more fun? What is the difference? What did it give you?
So first of all, we extended the program. So if before I was developing creativity through history and art of drawing, so that was the subject of the offline classes. But now we are like covering a lot of subjects like cybersecurity, networking. So I'm teaching the kids how to make friends, how to start the dialogue, because for us adults sometimes it's kind of difficult. So for me, the benefits of the metaverse that we can extend the subject. So we have the kids from all over the world, literally, and we have no limits for the age. So if my classes were limited like to certain age group, so now it's 7, 8, 17, 18, 12 years old, and most important, they don't know how old are they.
All right, so they could be anyone, any age?
Yeah,
Well,
the best thing when we invite guests as a speakers to talk with the kids about different subjects, so they don't know how old is the speaker. So they think that they are the same as the speaker. So which is the best part, because all kids, they want to become like older, faster, they grow. So they have a chance to perform as adults.
Nice, interesting. As a mother, I have to ask you, or I have to confess, I think before I met you, I looked at every time I saw my kids with iPad, especially my daughter, the older one, I got stressed. And every time she was begging me to have Roblox and Minecraft, but Roblox, right? And I was like, no, it's a waste of time. Every time, I swear, until now, I still have that moment, but I'm a little bit more open-minded now. Although the interesting thing is, I'm in the brand world, and I tell my clients how they need to think about online. While with my own kids, I feel it's waste of time. They should go out, play football, wherever, read books. How is that? Do you meet many parents that have this kind of subjective view on this?
I would
or
say
the stereotype that it's all just waste of time?
You're not alone in that. So I would say now 90% of the parents say like this. So again, I'm about the balance. So we cannot protect the kids from the digital world. So we have to actually teach them and guide them how they can do, how they can be there like safe. Because like why you don't allow this one? Because you don't know what is there, what type of content they consume, with whom they are communicating, what they do, which kind of website do they visit. So instead of refusing them digital things, gadgets. So we need to teach them actually to use it safe. And especially, the fun part here that I like the most, we are all in gadgets. And we say to the kids, no, you cannot use it. How does that work?
And then we sit ourselves and...
Exactly. So like I always say, the parents is the first authority for the kids. So what you do, kids do the same. And sometimes it's coming even, subconsciously. So you cannot tell them like, don't sit in the gadget and you are like 24/7 on the phone. So that would be awkward. So my best plan is to teach them how to use it, where they can benefit and extend. Again, instead of scrolling, consuming the content of someone else, because even in Roblox and Minecraft, you can create your own games. You can invite your friends to play in these games, right? So, and again, he will be sitting on the PC, on the tablet, but again, he will not be consuming someone's content. He will be doing something for his benefit. And by this, he will learn programming, design, 3D modeling. There is a lot of things that he can actually do for the benefit of himself. And there is like a lot of other things coming up immediately after like all these technical skills.
Today, when I told my daughter I'm going to record a podcast about, I said Metaverse, Roblox, and she's like, her eyes started shining. Mom, I can tell you everything about it. I don't like her that much in that space, but she was so excited.
So tell her actually she can create her own Roblox.
Yeah.
Then she will be even more excited, because for them it's a good chance to start a conversation with any person of their age, like in front of other kids. I created these things, I started to do this, I created this avatar, I can do this, I can change these clothes. And already the smart companies, these big corporations, they are already there. They create this clothes, shoes, I don't know, accessories, all in Metaverse already, because they know that if they want the long-term marketing strategy, they need to target the people who will buy their things in future.
You start from their childhood and grow your own audience.
So where the kids are now? In Metaverse.
So let's then break this kind of a stereotype for all the parents when they see their kids picking up the iPads, young kids I'm talking about mainly. What do we do? How should we look at it? How to change our mindset from being worried for them, but more supporting them becoming creators?
I would say be a fan of your child. So check what is the area of interest of the child and see how you can motivate, or even sometimes, kids like competition. So see how kind of you can play this around and just say can you do the same? Can you create something like this? So of course, you know better your child, how it will work, or maybe this competition will completely remove the whole interest from the tablets or gadgets. So you just need to see what is the area of the interest. Try to get involved into that, because usually we don't understand, so it means it doesn't exist, right? So try to try to understand the subject and just see because also this technology things, AI, it's a good subject to be close to your kids. Yeah. Because if you understand their interest and without refusing them to use it, you can build up a very close connection. And especially on the teenage, this hormone change phase, you can be really close because you are into their interest, and you can guide them, and you can give examples of someone who already, actually there is a lot of kids who earn a lot of money out of this creating things. They do YouTube bloggers, they create their own games. There is a huge list. I was surprised, and they're 12, 14, 15 years old. Imagine
creating their own games,
clothes, whatever. So they actually kind of into business already since the young age. It means they were supported by the parents.
So how do you change the kids that you have from this idea of consumption and just scrolling to become creators? How do you, in your purpose, in your professional life, what do you do? How do you motivate them to become creators?
That's a good question. To be honest, I do not that much, because I never treat kids as kids. So for me, they are adults, they are grown-ups with their mindset, and most of the cases, they are my teachers and my motivators. So you just need to see what is the area of their interest, and surprisingly, they all want to be leaders, but we never give them the chance. Because, too young, too early, you cannot do this, let me do this instead of for you. So you give them the freedom of doing something by themselves, putting them a role as you are the leader, you are the responsible, and then they do really wonders.
We're going to speak today with your Meta daughter, Ruslana, who really, I was fascinated looking at her videos, that what she created, educational, super insightful and fun videos. And I was shocked that she did it everything herself, right?
Exactly. This is the best example. I'm saying this is the sample of the MetaKid that we are targeting to develop, to grow, and to motivate the kids to do. She's the best one to show. Look at Ruslana, that's the MetaKid.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, we're not wasting time when kids are not wasting time when they get their iPads.
Yeah. But some of the parents, they start to tell me my kid is not that MetaKid as you describe it, that curious, inspirational, who do a lot of hobbies and all.
The parents would say my kid is not curious, inspirational.
Yeah, they do. And when I'm saying actually, you just don't know the kids. So for me, all the kids are MetaKids because they do things, they want to do things. You just need to curve this way for them and shape, sometimes curate, help, guide, and that's it.
So who is the MetaKid? So we've defined MetaMother, MetaMom is you, MetaMama, sorry, is you, the mother who helps them to guide them in that online world to become creators. Who is the MetaKid for you?
For me, it's a child who is interested in studying, in learning, and not always in school. Yeah,
Right.
because it can be. I'm studying now in Harvard, and the best part I loved. They said the phrase that network is a new classroom.
Yeah.
So now we have a lot of possibilities to learn, not only hierarchically, but to learn on the horizon line, yeah, from the group of interest. So these kids who like to study, they are curious, they do some hobbies, the activities, they are ambitious, they would love to communicate, to have a lot of friends all over the world. So I am the platform for them to do what they want to do.
So what is your community about there? What is the club about? Is it still art?
No, it's now more about creativity, technology, and events of your like talents. So we give them the chance to shine, to show what they can do, to motivate other kids, to teach maybe even for them. So we build up like the community of the kids, because for adults everyone is doing business clubs, like women communities, meetups, but for kids it's also important in which environment they grow, which kind of friends they have, right? Because this is a long-term relations they might build, which might end up in like something really successful or like wonderful projects or collaborations. But who is teaching kids to make friends, how to start the conversation, or if you're in a big event, like what should you do? For adults, there is a lot, hundreds, but for the kids, who is doing that? So I decided to build the community of the kids. So especially now when the world opened up and the parents are like, traveling, moving, migrating, the kids are usually like, anchor that we carry with us. And no one thinks actually, so we will come to this new place, where he will find friends, or like how she will go to the school, to whom she will come like in the first day. So my idea is like, so in every city in the world, the kids will have their friends already from our community. And for them, it will be much easier to travel, to move, to change the school, because they will have friends everywhere.
I think it's just that idea scares parents to think that your kid's friend is online rather than someone outside that you can play football with.
We mix. So whatever the group we have in Dubai, we meet offline. So our whole idea is now to develop a lot of representative branches all over the world. So everyone will have the chance to meet up also offline. So again, the balance, online, offline.
What about parents? Do you invite parents? No? I think parents require more education.
They do.
By the way, they're born with this.
It's very funny because they, but again, it's like kind of my strategy. Maybe that's why the kids like me. We take parents outside. So we have we have this close community. But I ask parents all the time, like at least like try to hear behind the door like what we're talking about, because this information is for you as well. Because we talk about, serious subjects. We invite people with real stories, real business, kids. They also sometimes, speak as lecturers. And the parents, they write me, I'm surprised that my kid actually can talk. Or
I'm surprised parents say that about their kids.
We have different. We are all different. So, that's why... the parents, they learn from the kids, and for them it's like, kind of additional point of interest to know that, the child can do that, maybe you can explain, maybe you can help, and kids like start, yes, of course I can do that.
This is amazing. But I'm sure there is an opportunity for parents also. I can just see myself, I should definitely try that.
We are thinking actually.
My parents definitely need that. Sometimes they still struggle with Excel. No offense, mom and dad. Not my dad, my mom.
No, they're different generation. It's fine. For us, what the kids do now, we also look and saying like, it's impossible. How do they do that? So it's the same with your mom and Excel.
I have to say that I remember when my mom was asking me simple question about Excel, I felt like, oh my God, she doesn't understand it. It's so simple. And now I feel the same like my mom.
Welcome.
No, I don't know. Is that because technology advanced so quickly, or is it because I became a little bit older?
Technology.
Let's stay with technology. This is incredible. I'd like to now invite your MetaKid, your meta daughter Ruslana, and she's going to be my first guest who is below 18.
Wow.
Below 30. And I would love to discuss it.
Perfect.
Now we have one more guest joining us. our MetaKid, Aygul's MetaKid, Ruslana. Aygul, please tell us a little bit about Ruslana, and then we'll get into the questions.
That's the best example of the MetaKid that you can only imagine. Not only MetaKid, just the kid, because Ruslana is doing a lot of educational materials for the kids to learn the school subjects in a much better way. I love her natural curiosity that she studies a lot of different subjects that are not at school. Yeah, she will tell about it in a bit. So I love her dignity. I love the way that she's communicating with the people, with adults. She took even the interview with the Posner and Gil Petersil, by the way. Yeah, and a lot of other famous people. So I love actually everything about her. So let's move to her, I think, better.
Thank you so much, Ruslan, for joining us
you.
at this late hour also.
Yes, yeah.
And tomorrow there is no school, so
Right, yes. Great pleasure for me, honestly. Great opportunity as well.
thank you. I must say, I was absolutely surprised in a positive way about your videos. First of all, they were fun to watch, very insightful, educational, and you look so professional. The way you do it, there's a lot of things I need to learn from you. You're absolutely, your voice, the way the way you communicate, everything, and the editing of videos are incredible. So, do you do everything yourself?
I have to say that my family is like my team. So everyone has their own kind of individual role, but at the end of the day, we all work together. It's kind of like a collaborative effort, and this is how the videos are produced.
Nice. So you're not
She
only a
is shy.
content creator,
She
but
is
also a manager.
No, she is shy. Actually, I can say that a lot of things she does by herself. Maybe, yeah, she cannot shoot herself, but tell her how you write the scripts for the videos,
Yeah,
how you do the montage, which technologies are you using for that?
So before that, just want to a little bit tell us about your YouTube channel and your whole Ruslana Science, right?
Yes, Ruslana
What is the
Science.
concept? What's the idea and where you got it from? And
So
then-
when I was 10 years old, first I want to point out that there's millions of YouTubers and TikTokers and influencers and bloggers who make a variety of content, and a lot of it is actually empty content. It's mainly for entertainment. There's nothing beneficial in it, not educational. And my idea was to create educational content mixed with some entertainment as well. So edutainment, education and entertainment. And my main audience is kids, teenagers, adults, even maybe. And I talk about subjects that we learn at school and through my own words, from my own perspective. And this is how I came up with the idea of Ruslana Science. Science was my favorite subject at the time, so that's where the name arrived. Yes.
So
Yeah.
you've started when you were 10?
When I was 10 years old. My very first video was exactly on my 10th birthday.
And what was it about?
We went to a hotel, I believe, and I did a review of the hotel, including some facts about it. There's this place, that place. Very first one on YouTube.
What was the reason you've done it? Did you want to just be famous, or what is...
As a matter of fact, it wasn't fame that was on my mind. It was mainly because I love performing on stage,
Right.
on camera, just in general. I don't really have that fear of public speaking. I love it as a matter of fact. And that's why I wanted to create this channel online where I just get to talk and present and say all my ideas out loud.
Ruslana Science.
DNA is a nucleic acid, which is a type of biomolecule.
I must say, now I'm mesmerized when I'm listening. I'm thinking, I was an A student at school. There was no one, and the whole class was, I think, 50% at least A students, and no one talked like you or was able to present. It was non-existent in our generation. I think it's incredible.
Thank you so much.
So you've done this video, and then you've put it online. And
Yes.
that's how it started?
On YouTube, yeah. That's
And
the beginning of the journey.
Were your family supporting you that time, or they thought that...
No, actually, they were huge supporters.
Oh, really?
As well, all of them, even my younger brother.
So what is the channel now? I mean, what do you do now? Do you do everything yourself? Editing, do you create the content, the topic for it, research? What is the process? And is it only you, or...
So now I have also evolved and started an Instagram page along with YouTube, and we work together as a family to produce the content. Majority of the time, we start with I divide into 3 steps. We start with writing the script. And there I kind of come up with like the idea, maybe some subjects that we learned at school, subjects that I personally find interesting. And we use like also ChatGPT and other AI programs to help us like write the script. But obviously I take information from a variety of sources. It's very like information packed. And then we record. My mom is actually the person who does a lot of the recording, and it's great, really fantastic. And my brother also sometimes helps out and appears in a few of the videos.
And your
as
brother
well.
is how old?
He's 6 years old.
6 years old.
Yes.
Like superstar.
Do you
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
And then, so you're also part of the community, right? Today's community. Were you speaker in the community?
Yes,
Did you
I
have a
was.
chance?
I did actually get a chance to speak in the Metaverse once, where I also talked about how to create your own like YouTube and Instagram page, how to lead it, how to create content there as well.
I
And
know.
she was with me on this big business forum. They were like communicating with people, exchange business cards, and ask for the advice for the kids of future.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's not
right.
only online, offline balance.
That's
Balance.
beautiful. I know how much time it takes to create a video. It's time, effort, everything. When do you do that? Do you study? Do you have time to do homework?
Yes. Sometimes I view it as kind of like a hobby, my entertainment, like a talent almost of mine. It's really fun sometimes to like work with other people as well. And sometimes my friends also get involved in videos as well. And yeah, it does take a lot of time, does take a lot of work, effort. But at the end of the day, it's just really fun. And so I enjoy the process of it.
The editing of it. Do you do it yourself?
Majority of the videos I do it myself, but sometimes for the longer videos, we do request like editors to professionally edit it for us.
Right. What's your dream? Whom would you like to be in the future?
I would actually be like an entrepreneur, like a businesswoman. When I grow up, I want to start my own business. Maybe even further like enhance my YouTube channel and Instagram page and be like a more bigger content creator. Maybe I'll gain more followers by this time. I'll obviously be more professional, more money and equipment. Yes, this is sort of the direction I'm planning in.
Did you learn all of this, the presentation skills, the editing? Is it something that they teach you at school, or is it self-acquired skills? Or
Well-
were you born like that?
I took a few like classes and sessions from like other famous influencers like Nas Daily. He had these like master courses. I attended a few of those as well. And also I have to say I learned from experience as well. Learning from my past mistakes and learning from other people that I've met and collaborated with.
Right.
Here we need to applaud.
No, I'm just
Seriously?
I'm thinking, where was I all these years? Why? It took me such a long time even to force myself to start this podcast. I did it the reason I started this podcast, which I absolutely love now, was out of pain because I've lost my business partner. And then I just had to change my life and do something that I felt uncomfortable with. And video.
You know, universe guided you, which you was refusing maybe before.
Yeah. So it's incredible. I'm just fascinated by the whole conversation. Does your school support you? Your teachers?
A lot, as a matter of fact. My teachers really do like congratulate me for like the work I do. They support a lot in my channel, my page. Some even asked to be in one of the videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as well as students.
Did you ask them to pay money?
They should already.
They should. That's what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, as well as students. And I have like a lot of videos where like my friends are involved.
There is a funny story we had in a Metaverse meeting one time. So I'm showing Ruslana and the girls from the same school. They said like, that's that Ruslana that we were showing the video of. So they met like within the community when they were studying in the same school and they didn't even know each other.
Wow.
Yeah, it's an interesting fact as well.
So this is a great example. You meet people online and then it continues your friendship offline.
No, they were offline, but because of the
No, I know.
online, they
Yeah. So
and then
you
they can
basically-
continue.
Yeah, you got to know that you know them, that they're next to you in offline. This is great. In terms of, so your friends, your classmates, do they want to be like you?
Maybe. I haven't really asked, but
Do they do that also? Do they also create their own content?
some people, yes, in other grades as well. They also lead their own like Instagram pages, and I make sure to support them as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What is your next project that we're gonna see soon?
I'm actually working on a new like video. I have this kind of like topic that I started, Study with Ruslana, and where I post like longer videos about like more complicated subjects. I did a video about like Vikings before as well, like the history of Vikings, and currently I'm working on the periodic table of elements.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that one of the videos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I promise I'm gonna watch all of those. So that's exactly chemistry I've missed. I don't know how I passed it in school.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. I watched everything when I met Ruslana. I watched everything.
Now I know. Finally, we understood chemistry, and we'll understand chemistry. Right, so that's incredible. We're gonna watch it. Thank you so much again
Thank
for
you. Thank you
for
so
coming. And
much.
I hope it's not gonna be our last episode. I'm sure we'll continue conversation. I'm gonna follow you. We'll put all the videos and the links to your Instagram, to your profile. I hope my audience will also support and follow you. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
it was
you.
great. It was fantastic.
Aygul, I know you are an entrepreneur now, right? So you left corporate world. Now you've been very comfortable in and spent how
was.
many years in corporate world?
Last 14, at least in
14.
UAE, non-stop.
Yeah. And now you're an entrepreneur. So you have this amazing startup that you've created. What do you feel? So I ask these 3 questions at the end, every guest. To be a successful entrepreneur, what do you need to do regularly? What you shouldn't be afraid of, and what you should stay away from? So what do you need to do regularly?
Good questions. At least what I do is I always remember for what I'm doing, what is the purpose, and what is my mission. So that's the reason that wakes me up in the morning when sometimes I don't want, because I don't need to go to office, so I can sleep, till evening. But the thing that is my project, my kids community that I'm building, I know there is a lot of work. We need to grow worldwide. So I remember for what I'm doing that for the kids, and that wakes me up. What should you avoid?
Yeah, what should you stay away from?
Stay away from maybe from being scared of yourself, or let's say doubt of yourself, because sometimes you think that you are smaller than you are and you don't believe in your powers. But people, especially if you have a community, you can do a lot of things, and really you can do wonders in all these things.
This is beautiful. It's true. Sometimes we like to belittle, if that's the right word, ourselves a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, and now what you shouldn't be afraid of?
Maybe of the end results, I would say, because sometimes you see the potential of the project, of your business, and you can get scared of like where it can bring you, it's like what is awaiting for you at the end. It might be scary because you don't know actually. So that's why don't be afraid. Just go and do it.
Do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Great. Thank you so much thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Enjoyed so much the conversation.
Thank you, Nina.
Хорошо. Классно, видишь? Молодец.
Классно
Какая
вышло.
большая молодец.
Спасибо.
She's so good.